Fasten your safety harness belts. Buckle your chin straps. Pull on your flight goggles. And let's get ready to take off.
Not really that degree.
That was nice, you know.
Okay.
Tuskegee, 90-some years old, and
I definitely want to be around as long as George is.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel retired. I entered the active service in 1943 and went almost directly to Tuskegee and started flying training in December 43, graduated in September 44, received my commission as a second lieutenant and my wings as a pilot in the United States Army. And then I started training for going overseas, flying the P-40 and the P-47 in training. And in February 1945, I went overseas and served with the 99th Fighter Squadron in Italy, flying 21 combat missions in March and April 1945.
I'm Ann Palmer. I am the daughter of the documented original Tuskegee Airman 2nd Lieutenant Augustus L. Palmer, known affectionately by many of his red tail wingmen as Gus.
tell me something about it.
My dad and all of the red tail wingmen were extraordinary human beings, but the thing about them is that they were committed to excellence. And my father had a mantra in our household, and it was do it right or don't do it at all. And that's been a part of, it's been embedded in my DNA. It's part of what I do professionally, elevating leaders to the next level of their greatness. And hopefully those people who will visit this exhibit will be moved and touched to grow and expand and find the next level of their own greatness and excellence.
We have a theater that will introduce people to who the Tuskegee Airmen were, and then we have different alcoves that will give their story and some of their heartfelt stories behind the scenes, the things they experienced as before the war and after the war.
How did you become general in the Air Force?
Well, that might be a long story, but I started off in Air Force ROTC and got my commission, got my wings, flew fighter aircraft, flew with the Thunderbirds for a term, and did a number of other things, and just kept working at it.
What did you think of the Tuskegee Airmen?
Tuskegee Airmen, I've been standing on their shoulders all of my life, and still standing on their shoulders. So, yeah, Tuskegee Airmen certainly created a path for me and many others that look like me.
So now you also worked with Pratt & Whitney.
I did.
So what are some of the things that you did there?
Well, I was their business development. I was responsible for 24 Air Forces all around the globe.
General Newton is probably one of the more famous four-star generals in the United States Air Force. Retired back in 2001, I think. His last command was the training command for all of the U.S. Air Force. And he became an executive at United Technologies Pratt & Whitney, was in charge of all of our international programs, business development organization for military, and I had the good pleasure to work with him for 5 years.
Tuskegee Airmen, and especially General Fig Newton. There aren't that many four-star black generals in history, and one of them is here tonight, so that's why I came.
And we're also here to support Bill Costin. He is on this board. He is a jewel in our community. And so again, we know how vital events like this are in order to recognize who we are. And of course, we've just finished up or wrapped up Black History Month, but it continues.
My dad is the only black master hot air balloon pilot in the nation. 40 years of safe flying. I'm very proud of him. And his business Sky Endeavors was in business for about, 42 years? 42 years. So we're here at the Air Museum enjoying the opening of the Tuskegee Airmen exhibit, and we're very excited.
Bill Costin told me about this exhibit, so I had to come, want to see some of this Tuskegee Airmen stuff and just the whole aviation today. Sparks my interest.
And did you learn anything?
Well, I'm just getting here, but just coming in, I'm seeing things. I'm going to look at the exhibit, and I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot.
Then I met Connie Napier. I have a picture with Connie, and now I have a picture with Gary. So I came to support the exhibit and also to support the charity event.
How should everybody come to this exhibit?
Oh, it's educational. You'll learn a lot about the Tuskegee Airmen. You'll be surprised at how many people don't know about the Tuskegee Airmen, including myself. I don't know a lot about them, but I know they are a part of our Black history.
A lot of young people needs to be here to see what's happening here. Just looking at this will change their mind of what they need to do and looking towards education in their future. So we think it's not a lot of exposure to African Americans and Black and brown people. They need to see this.
A lot of people thank me for the job I did and what I did for this country. But when I think back of it, I think about what I got out of it. I got a full education in the service, and it didn't cost me anything except my time that I invested. And so I went in as a high school graduate in '43, and when I retired in '71, I had a BS in electrical and a master's in systems engineering. And on the basis of that, as soon as I retired, a company hired me on the basis of that educational qualifications.
The exhibit is about half done, and we're doing a little fundraiser to keep us going to the end. So the exhibit will open June 3rd on a private party for donors, and June 4th for the public.